Ride till I can't no more.
I got the horses in the bag. Horse stock is attacked.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Protocol 36. Today we'll be theorizing which character will bite the dust in Marvel Spider-Man 2. And that doesn't mean that somebody has to die in the next game, but we know Insomniac aren't afraid to kill off their characters such as Aunt May. And I'll be running through which character has a high possibility of dying in the second game. I'll be talking about the characters who appeared in the first game, not the ones who may or may not appear, such as Eddie Brock or Kraven the Hunter or any other characters. One character people theorize may die in Marvel Spider-Man 2 is Spider-Man himself, Peter Parker. The reason is because we have Miles in the game, and in the third game people think that it will be all about Miles. Like in the Ultimate Universe, Green Goblin killed Spider-Man, and the same could happen in the second game. I kind of see where this theory is coming from, but in my opinion I think this is a bit too early to kill off Peter, as we were just introduced to this version of the character. Not to mention there's so much potential for Peter Parker in this universe, and so many things that this Peter Parker needs to do, and all the stories that he needs to take part in. So Peter Parker dying in the sequel I think is very unlikely. Other characters who may or may not die are Norman and Mary Jane. I can kind of see Norman dying, but not much for Mary Jane, as her and Peter were just starting to get together towards the end of the first game, and them already being together in the DLCs. I don't see Insomniac taking the only special woman Peter has left in his life after Aunt May. But they also killed off Aunt May, and that death was executed well. However, I could see Peter and Mary Jane get married in future games. Norman makes a little bit more sense, especially if he were to become Green Goblin in the next game. It would be a great motivator for Harry, similar to the comics and the Raimi films. But instead of becoming the next Green Goblin, he becomes Venom in the third game, which they could choose to go to that direction. However, the character I think has a higher chance of dying is Harry himself, and it wouldn't be a stretch to think so, as he is currently ill and knocking on death's door as we speak. We know that Harry's mother, Emily, died because of the disease and its genetics. We don't know how long she had left until she gave in, though we can safely assume that it's been years. We know that the symbiote, or at least a version of the symbiote, is keeping Harry alive. We know that for Peter to get the black suit, it has to leave Harry and latch on to Peter for a version of Venom to exist in this universe. So if that happens, Harry dies due to the symbiote no longer attached to him to keep him alive, it would mostly result to him dying, and if he dies, it's safe to say that it would be a step closer for Norman to snap and to finally introduce the Green Goblin in a future game. However, how about you guys? Who do you think will die in Marvel Spider-Man 2? Be sure to tell me in the comments down below and let me know. If you enjoyed this, please like. I want more, subscribe. To begin Protocol 36.